Hello again everybody, it's me, Madam Macabre, and welcome to another Monday video. I apologize for how messy the apartment is behind me and the bad lighting and all that. I am moving in 3 days, so it's kind of a wreck over here. Also, my hair is really dark again. I re-dyed it for my Lady Kylo Ren cosplay. I recently found out I was going to be going to another convention. I didn't think I was going to be able to afford to go, but turns out I've got a friend who lives kind of close by to it, and she was like, yeah, you can stay with me. So thank you, stupid crow. So I'm going to, for Halloween weekend, it's KumoriCon 2016, and if you're planning on going there, it's in Portland. You might see me there. I'm throwing together a couple of the cosplays I already have, because the ones I am working on now will not be ready in time, because this is a last-minute convention. However, I'll be there, and it should be a blast. Gonna do some spooky stuff for Halloween. I think I'm gonna still hang out in Portland for Halloween and look at some of the local haunted houses and stuff. Maybe I'll do a little vlogging. Now, as you'll notice from the title of this video, it's going to be sort of another rant-style video, because this is something that just sort of popped up and has kind of been grinding my gears a little bit lately. I've noticed, as you know, October, Halloween season has officially begun, and I have a lot of artist friends, and many of them have like Halloween, October specials going on and everything to try and drive in more commission sales. And I have already heard some horror stories. It's not even Halloween yet, and there's so many horror stories. What I am talking about, of course, is people who try and scam artists out of commission slots, wasting their time, money, and just general motivation to continue doing what they do. See, I've actually encountered this myself. I got so discouraged from drawing a while back. Stuff went down, and I kind of stopped drawing for almost a full year. I've just recently started drawing again, so hopefully my inspiration will stay and I'll keep it up again. But I've got my own horror story to share about a commission scam that sort of was the final nail in the coffin for me losing my motivation to draw and all that. See, this was back ages ago. And I had somebody contact me, because I had a commission sheet for my different prices and stuff, and I had somebody contact me and ask for this really complex picture with multiple characters, a really complex background, all these specific details. I calculated it up, told them the price it was going to be, and they were like, sure, that sounds great. So I got to work. I basically started doing the thumbnails, like, I sketched out, like, the basic gist of all of it. And I sent that to them, and they were like, oh, this is fantastic, this is perfect, this is exactly what I want. I'm like, okay, you want anything else? I'm gonna go on and finish it. So I put so much time and effort into this piece. They wanted so many details, and it wasn't going to be super cheap because they wanted a lot of work. Well, cue the day where I finally finished the piece, and I don't send them the full high-res thing, thank God, but I saved a really small thumbnail of it so you could basically see the gist of what all was going on. And I sent that to them, and I said, here's what the final piece will look like. I'm all done with it now, so you can go ahead and send payment through, and I will send you the high-res copy of your piece. And lo and behold, as soon as it's time for them to hold up their end of the bargain and actually pay me for my work, it's, oh, you know what? I don't actually think I have this money, and so I don't think I want a commission anymore. Yeah, I don't got the money. Sorry, but maybe I could still have the piece since it's done anyway. You could just send it to me anyway, but I can't give you the money. I'm sorry. Are you kidding me? Obviously, I did not give them the piece, but that was kind of the point where I stopped doing commissions, and I haven't done a single commission since then. It sort of made me feel like they were intentionally trying to trick me, for one. Like, I don't for a second believe that they just suddenly didn't have the money. No. When you're going after an artist and you see their work, you like their work, they tell you their prices, and you go, okay, that's a good price, I agree to that. Like, if you didn't have the money, you wouldn't go through all those steps. So why the hell were you lying to me other than trying to steal from me, essentially? Artists are already so undervalued in today's society. People don't see art as real work. They don't value it. They don't think it should cost money. But what they don't understand is sometimes people will put 6, 7, 8, or more hours into a single piece. And when you're just wanting that single piece for like $5 or $10 or whatever you want to pay. You're basically saying that their time, their work, their effort, their skill is only worth cents on the dollar. That's all it's worth. Not even the slightest living or minimum wage. No. You're literally telling them that you don't value them, you don't value their work. You just think you're entitled to free artwork. See, here's the thing. Art has always been a luxury commodity. It's not something that you're owed. It's not something that should just be given to you for free. It has always been a luxury item. It's not like food or water where you need it to live. Even with food and water, you have to pay for those. So why do you think you should just be given a luxury item? It's great if you love an artist and you love their art style and you want to help support them and you think they're great and you want to spread the word and all that. However, just being a big fan and just being supportive of them doesn't make you owed their services in their time. Like, you wouldn't do that with any other profession, would you? You wouldn't go into, say, a bookstore, find all your favorite genre of books, grab a whole bunch of them, and just start walking out of the store, and when the owner of the store goes, "What the heck are you doing?" Like, you're stealing. And you're like, "Oh, well, I don't have the money for these books, but I thought I might be able to have them anyway. I'm such a fan of you and your store. I just love your store. And if you let me have these books, I will tell everyone about your store. It's great. Just let me have them." Yes, there are some artists who will take requests. However, a request is very different from commissions. You don't go up to an artist who is openly taking commission slots and going, "Oh, I see you're doing commissions. Can you just do this free request for me?" Like that, but that's just social etiquette 101. At least you're asking and you're making it clear that you don't intend to pay them. Like, what's worse is the people who pretend they're interested in a commission, and then as soon as they realize they're not going to get it for free, they're like, "Bye." I don't know, guys. I just take this really to heart because there's a lot of friends I really care about who are artists, and they've been burnt so many times by just stupid people who think they're going to be sneaky or who are just trying to take advantage of them and get free artwork by pretending to do business with them and then just trying to snatch it and run. You need to work on your manners, kiddo. Seriously though, guys, I do understand that there are a lot of people who don't necessarily have the money for commissions and they would like to have artwork. However, just like with anything else in life, it sucks, but if you can't afford to buy it, you're not entitled it. Artists are not greedy for wanting money for their hard work and effort, and people who complain about prices are the worst because most artists are literally charging way less than industry standards. They're not even making a living wage. It's a wonder they're able to still eat. I know it may take a while for people who don't have jobs and don't have as immediate forms of income. However, if you really do like an artist and you really do want to be able to commission a piece from them, just try saving up your money over time. Just put a little bit away until eventually you can afford the commission prices, because then you can get your artwork and you're still actually valuing the artist. Because you can't turn around and go, "Oh, I love this artist, I love their style," while at the same time devaluing and insulting them by basically telling them that all their work is worth nothing. Because that's what asking for free art when they're not offering it tells them that. And for the love of God, please don't try and guilt people into giving you free art. Good Lord. You know how many times I've encountered people who make up the most grand, ridiculous Greek tragedies to try and get free stuff from my friends? I've had people literally say that they've had a loved one die, and the only thing that will make them feel any better is to be able to have a piece of art commissioned by this artist, but, well, not a commission, but free. Just give it to me. It will heal my bleeding heart if you give me free artwork because said person I just made up died. You guys, I wish I was making this up, but this literally just happened like a week ago to 2 different friends. The same person. Just don't do this stuff, you guys. Like, a lot of people will empathize with you if you really are having a hard time, but to go to them and go, "I'm having a hard time, so can you put off work that will pay your bills and feed you to give me this free thing and you don't even know me?" Like, I know it may be tough, but you gotta try and consider it from the artist's perspective, because so many of them are good people and they're not trying to be greedy and they're not trying to be mean to you by not giving you the free artwork. Honestly, so many of them actually do feel really bad when you have a really crappy situation. It's just, when you have to break it down and look at it this way. In the end of the day, you have to look out for your own well-being because nobody else will. They have to look out for themselves. They have to make sure they're paying their bills, they're eating and all this. They have to look out for themselves before they can a stranger. So going to them, hoping to get free artwork, it's almost never going to work. All it's going to do is make them feel bad, especially if you are just making stuff up. Like, if you make stuff up to try and guilt people to do stuff for you, that's manipulative and messed up, and I don't even know what to tell you guys. I don't know. Again, this is something that gets me a little feisty, a little spicy. I've just encountered this far too many times to be acceptable or just an anomaly. This is like a very common, almost like not even frowned upon. You see it so much, it's like people don't realize doing this stuff is completely messed up. That's why so many artists have to ask for at least half, if not the entire payment, before they start the commission. And I know some of you may be thinking, why should I have to pay? I haven't even received anything yet. However, the thing is, because of stinkers like the ones who will wait until you're already like halfway or more done with the piece and then just back out on you and not pay you, artists have to do this to ensure they're not wasting countless amounts of time, energy, and resources. If they don't do this, you know how much time and money would be lost because you don't even understand, unless you're an artist yourself that's faced this yourself, you don't even understand how common a problem this is. It is a plague upon our artists. Yes, I get that it can feel uncomfortable and weird to have to send your money off before you've received your product. However, when it comes to arts and services like this, I just want you guys to understand so it's easier and less stressful for everybody that when an artist asks for a down payment or half or even full ahead of time, please don't give them sass, don't make a big deal about it, don't call them greedy or anything. They actually do have legitimate reasons for this. Odds are people who ask for full payment in advance have had way too many people screw them over and leave them in financial ruin because of this nonsense. And if you look at anybody who is like a more well-known artist, like people who work for Disney, people who work for big companies, anybody who commissions them, you have to pay in advance. That's just industry standard. A lot of digital artists don't do it because people tend to not like that concept. However, we're at a day and age where so many people are scamming artists that it's kind of become a necessity. Not all artists do it, but it's getting more and more common, so please try and understand. This is just giving them a little insurance. That way, if you do back out on them, at least they have half the payment for half the time spent. I mean, look at it this way. If you put down half the full price of a portrait, are you really gonna just back out and leave them hanging when you've already put half the money down? That cuts way down on the risk for the artist, because once you've invested something into something, you're not just gonna hightail it out of there. If you haven't invested anything into it, you have nothing to lose other than your common human decency. I don't know, this video is unorganized and rambly. I'm sorry, you guys. I kind of did this last minute. I don't know how much longer my internet's gonna be on for because I'm having to disconnect and get to the new place. I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll take my laptop to my parents' house to upload other videos, but we're gonna figure this all out. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my rambles and rant today in my very disorganized video. I will have another spooky video for you guys Friday. I'll try my best to get it up there for you guys. Gotta get those spooks in. It is spooky season, and oh boy, there is a big fat project coming up that we should get up for October, so you guys will have that to look forward to. And once again, if you've ever done something like this, scamming the artists in the past, and like you've grown past that and you feel bad about it, it's not like, oh, I hate you. Like, if you've genuinely grown and you feel bad, or you didn't even realize how much you were actually hurting the artists, like, I understand, and I don't think you're a bad person. I think it's just important to learn from these things and move on. and then that way, you know, nobody else has to get hurt from it in the future. But that is all for this more grumbly style video. I will catch you guys all later. That is all for now. Bye-bye!